My name is Emma Fried Cazorla. I'm a 30-year-old Philadelphian. I run a website called Philly Love Notes. So Philly Love Notes started sort of on a whim. I had been keeping a calendar of events that were happening in Philly with my friends because I was always very interested in what was going on with the city. And I sort of came to a point in my life where I realized I didn't like my job and I didn't really have too many other things going on. And so I thought it would be a kind of an interesting project to just ask people what they liked in the city as a way to kind of expand what I knew about the city and at the same time meet a bunch of people. And the idea of Love Notes sort of was spurred a little bit by some of the projects that You Wish You Knew, the blog from the Greater Philadelphia Tourism and Marketing does. So they did a 101 video series where people were explaining their favorite places. And I just thought it was like a good way to ask people, to kind of create a really positive dialogue about the city, was to have people talk about how much they loved something. So I think that Philadelphians like to pretend that they don't like Philadelphia, but most of them really do. And we've sort of been trained to talk negatively about it. And we've been trained to think only about the negative parts of the city, so like the education and the crime and the poverty, but there's a lot of really wonderful things that happen in the city that we don't concentrate on. And so this is sort of an opportunity for people to talk about it and to have an audience to talk to it to talk about what they love. And there's a fairly large audience that they're talking to now. And so I think it connects to Philadelphians because it gives them that them that chance to talk about it, but it also appeals to people who like an audience to write for too. Someone who wants to talk and be heard. This is an opportunity for them to do that. So one of my hopes was that this would be sort of a self-sustaining blog. So initially I had been asking people for submissions, and I had been sort of getting their names from prior Love Note writers. And I was hoping that it would get to a point where it would just sustain solely on what people submitted to me randomly through the blog. So just someone reaching out to me. And so it's actually gotten to that point now. So basically all of the Love Notes are written by people who have submitted something spontaneously. So that was a really big hope of mine in the design of it. I'd really like to have some sort of interactive map that people could use so that it goes beyond just a collection of love letters and becomes sort of a resource. So if you were, say in Chinatown and you wanted to find something cool, you could find it on a map. But there's a Google map now. It's just not very good. I just want people to enjoy it, and as long as people are still enjoying it, that's just really my hope for it.